So, just had a very good early morning meeting with some friends from the metaverse who need some things that this guy can do. And I have some things, and they have some things that I need them to do as it relates to the Yugo ecosystem and MXB University. But that's not what we're here to talk about today. What we're here to talk about today is how, it's gorgeous out by the way, how you always keep going. So years ago, I made a meeting, which I haven't given yet, but I'll give to you guys at some point, called the Circles meeting. And when I take you into the diamond in Shield Diamond Love, I'm going to show you the top row of the diamond, which has the wheel, and it also has what's known as EDDE. So EDDE is engage, don't disengage. A lot of times in your life or your career, you're going to get kicked around and smacked around. No one's gotten kicked around and smacked around more recently than this guy, personally and professionally. But how do you keep going? How do you keep living Excel? You have to engage, don't disengage. For salespeople, what that means is when you're behind in your number, you go back to basics. You throw out all your stuff, you source, you make a brand new list, you stop calling all those old leads, and you dive back into it. And you start getting connects, and you put your candelabra on, and the showmanship of my salesmanship is the salesmanship of my showmanship. Now, at the same time, when it's larger issues like companies, you have to get into the world of pivoting, right? Now, pivoting is used almost at a cliche level, but what the pivot really is the pivot is to get away from it and then come back and look at it with fresh eyes. And just like Bob Dylan said in Lay Lady Lay, why wait any longer for the world to begin when she's standing next to you? So the circles meeting is really about as your circles get bigger in life, your first circle is the hardest part. It's the 11. The 11's the 11. That's quitting time. Everyone quits, within 100 feet of the summit when you're climbing Everest. And when you actually do get to your first summit, you got to remember what got you there. And what got us there is definitely a level of usually the basics. And those basics never change. So you just got to get back to basics, right? You got to stop overthinking it. And when you do that stuff, what ultimately happens is you have success. And it happens instantaneously. So always be networking, always be putting new stuff together, and also realize sometimes when a market's played, you gotta play your way out of it and play your way into a new one. That's why I'm always switching markets and industries, because sometimes you're just stuck in traffic and you got to get off the highway and take some back roads that even the Waze guys don't know about. So that's it for now. Circles meeting, the 11 is the 11. When in doubt, EDDE, EDDE, EDDE. Oops, I'm gonna stop here. EDDE, EDDE, EDDE. Engage, don't disengage. MXB University. Boop. Back to basics.